There will come moments in your life when the odds are stacked against you, the room will go silent, the support you counted on will vanish, fear will whisper that you're not ready, but that's the moment when champions are born. That's the moment when you don't run, you rise to the occasion. Life is not about waiting for the perfect time. It's about becoming the person who thrives in imperfect situations. Rising to the occasion doesn't mean you have all the answers. It means you have the courage to show up anyway, to face the challenge, and to give everything you've got, no excuses. Pressure is often misunderstood. Most people see it as a burden, a force that causes stress, fear, and breakdowns. But the truth is pressure is a privilege. It's a sign that you are being trusted with something important. It means you're being placed in a position that requires strength, clarity, and growth. Pressure only finds those who have the potential to rise above it. Think about athletes before the final match, leaders before a major decision, or students before an important exam. That tight feeling in your chest, that's pressure reminding you that you're alive, that this moment matters, that something is on the line. And most importantly, it's a reminder that you've been chosen to step up. Without pressure, there is no evolution. Muscles grow under tension. Diamonds form under intense heat. Leaders are molded through crisis. If everything came easy, you'd never know your true capability. So the next time pressure shows up, don't retreat from it. Lean into it. Instead of asking, why me? Ask, why not me? You're here for a reason. This is your proving ground. This is where your resilience gets tested, your vision gets sharpened, and your courage gets validated. The world doesn't reward comfort. It rewards courage under fire. When pressure hits, it's not your downfall, it's your launch pad. Let it shape you, not shake you. Let it remind you that you're capable of more than you ever thought possible. One of the biggest myths in life is the idea that you need to feel ready before you act. That you need to have all the answers, all the confidence, all the skills lined up before you take a leap. But here's the truth, you will rarely feel 100% ready, and if you wait for that perfect moment, it may never come. The people who rise to the occasion are not the ones who wait for permission or certainty. They are the ones who show up in spite of the fear, in spite of the doubt, in spite of feeling unqualified. Why? Because they understand that action breeds confidence, not the other way around. Readiness isn't a state of perfection. It's a state of willingness, willingness to learn, willingness to fail, willingness to step into the unknown and find out who you really are. Growth doesn't happen in safe zones. It happens when you walk into a room knowing you're not the smartest, fastest, or strongest, but you still walk in determined to give your best. Think about every breakthrough in your life. Did you feel completely ready when it happened, or did you take a step unsure and find your power along the way? That's the difference between the average and the exceptional. One waits to be ready, the other becomes ready by doing. So when that opportunity comes, whether it's a job interview, a presentation, a challenge, or a moment that asks for more from you, don't back down just because you don't feel enough. The truth is, you become enough in the process. Trust yourself, show up, speak up, step forward, let your actions speak louder than your inner doubt. Life will test you. It will put walls in your path, close doors you thought would open, and knock you down when you least expect it. But here's the truth that separates ordinary people from extraordinary ones. Obstacles are not stop signs. They are signals. They're signals that something greater is on the other side, if you're willing to rise through it. Every challenge you face is a disguised opportunity. It's an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more focused. The pain you feel today could become the story that inspires someone tomorrow. The setback you're dealing with might be the exact situation that forces you to level up your mindset, your discipline, your drive. Some people see problems as reasons to quit, but those who rise to the occasion. They see problems as platforms. They understand that greatness isn't handed to anyone. It's earned by the way you respond when things get hard, by the choices you make when everything seems against you. Think about it, some of the world's most successful people didn't start from a place of comfort. They started from rejection, poverty, failure, or doubt, but instead of complaining, they turned their pain into fuel. They saw every no as a step closer to a yes. They took what was meant to break them and used it to build something unshakable. You can do the same. Every obstacle is shaping you, training you, and sharpening your purpose. Don't curse your challenges, use them. Let every trial teach you something. Let every failure forge resilience. Remember, life isn't about avoiding difficulty. It's about using it as the raw material to create something powerful, something unforgettable. Success isn't just about talent. It's not just about skill or luck. One of the greatest forces behind any extraordinary achievement is hunger, the unshakable desire to grow, to evolve, to become something more than what you were yesterday. If you want to rise to the occasion, you must stay hungry. Hunger is what keeps you moving when you're tired. It's what drives you to keep working when no one's watching, when there's no applause, no recognition. It's the fire inside you that refuses to settle. No matter how far you've come, hunger reminds you there's still more to give, still more to become. But hunger alone isn't enough. You must stay focused. Focus is the compass that keeps your energy directed toward the right things. In a world full of distractions, noise, and shortcuts, staying focused means saying no to what's easy so you can say yes to what matters. It means protecting your vision from anything that doesn't align with it. It means sacrificing temporary comfort for long-term impact. There will be days when distractions tempt you, when comfort calls your name, when comparison creeps in. But if you truly want to rise, you've got to starve your distractions and feed your goals. Discipline is the bridge between hunger and achievement. It's not about doing what you feel like doing. It's about doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. Storms will come, that's a guarantee, whether it's loss, failure, betrayal, or unexpected hardship. Life will shake you, but the question is not whether the storm will hit. The question is, will you break or will you bend and rise stronger? Being unbreakable doesn't mean you never feel pain. It doesn't mean you're emotionless or unaffected. Being unbreakable means that no matter how hard life hits you, you don't stay down. You may fall, you may stumble, you may cry, but you never lose your will to stand again. You rebuild, you recover, and you keep going. Storms test your core. They strip away the superficial and reveal what you're really made of. They separate those who are pretending from those who are prepared. And if you're willing to face those storms instead of running from them, you'll find a version of yourself that's stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you ever imagined. Think of the strongest people you admire. Not one of them got there without pain. Not one of them became powerful without weathering something hard. Their strength wasn't given, it was forged. It came from standing firm when everything was falling apart. That's what it means to be unbreakable. Not perfect, not fearless, but determined to survive and thrive no matter what life throws at you. And the truth is, sometimes life will push you to the edge just to see if you have the courage to fly. The winds may howl, the rain may pour, but you stand tall because your spirit isn't built to collapse. It's built to rise. The size of your belief will always determine the size of your success. If you think small, you live small. If you set low expectations, you'll never rise beyond average. But when you dare to believe bigger, you open the door to possibilities far greater than anything you've ever experienced. Believing bigger means refusing to be limited by your past, your surroundings, or even your current abilities. It's about seeing beyond what is, and having the vision to imagine what could be. Most people limit themselves not because they lack talent, but because they lack belief. They shrink their dreams to match their current circumstances, instead of expanding their mindset to match their true potential. Every great achievement started with someone who believed in something greater, something others couldn't see. The world told them that's impossible, but they believed bigger. They held a vision so strong it pulled them forward through failure, fear, and rejection. That belief became the fuel that drove them, even when results hadn't shown up yet. When you believe bigger, you stop settling for good enough, you stop asking, can I do this, and start asking, how far can I take this? You begin to operate from a mindset of expansion, not limitation. And that shift alone can change your entire life, because the mind once stretched by a powerful belief never returns to its original size, so dare to think higher, dare to dream wider, dare to expect more of yourself. Because if your goals don't scare you a little, they're probably too small. Believe in something so bold it shakes the doubt right out of you. You were not born to play small. You were born to rise, lead, and live fully. At some point, you have to make a choice. Are you going to be driven by fear, or are you going to be led by courage? Are you going to keep finding reasons to stay where you are, or are you going to rise, despite the fear, despite the uncertainty, despite the risk? Excuses are easy. They're always within reach. I'm too tired. I'm not ready. I don't have enough time, money, support, or experience. But those are just shields we use to protect ourselves from discomfort. The truth is, excuses keep you safe, but they also keep you small. Every time you make an excuse, you're choosing limitation over growth, comfort over courage, and survival over success. Courage doesn't mean the absence of fear, it means taking action in spite of it. It means stepping up when your voice is shaking. It means moving forward when everything in your body says stay where it's safe. It means accepting responsibility for your life and saying, no one else is going to build this dream for me. I have to do it. Leaders don't wait for the perfect situation, they create it. They don't wait for things to feel easy, they lead through the hard. They don't rely on motivation, they move with purpose. Leading with courage means trusting yourself to take the first step without seeing the whole staircase. It means being the example, not the excuse. Your power doesn't come from what you say, it comes from what you do. So stop explaining your limitations and start proving your potential. Every excuse you let go of creates space for greatness to grow. Let courage be your standard, your fuel, and your legacy. Occasion so now the question is not if the challenge will come, but what will you do when it does? Will you shrink or will you stand? Will you wait or will you move? Will you make excuses or will you lead with purpose? Because everything you need is already inside you. The strength, the fire, the vision, the courage. You don't have to wait for the stars to align or for someone to give you permission. You are the permission. The next chapter of your life doesn't need more delay. It needs a decision. You were not born to blend in. You were born to rise above fear, above failure, above the noise that says you can't. The world doesn't need more people playing small. It needs you bold, focused, unbreakable, and unstoppable. So wherever you are, whatever you're facing, this is your moment. Don't wait for the occasion.